Okay, in this community, it has to be the worst. And by community, I mean in the black gay community, this has to be the worst. There is so much negativity in the black gay community, in my opinion, that it can, to me, it can be overwhelming. It can be that I want to close my eyes and wish I could just press the button and become straight. Because you deal with so much negativity from the black gay community, and that it's ridiculous. Prime example, last night I went out to a club, and it was the Washington D.C. Aqua. And as I was going to the Aqua, these queens were in there. See, when I ever said the word queen, it just means royalty. I'm already giving you too much, but I'll just give you that anyway. But these queens were in their car. And so as I was walking up looking cute, because I was looking, I was done, they were in their car. They decided to wind down their window. Well, notice I said wind it down and yell out, "Ooh, what has she got on? Ooh, she's late." Baby. Now, you know what? I don't get mad when I hear comments like that. And it's not the first time. I'm going to give you the response why. But this is not the first time that stuff like this happens. Whenever you go to a lot of black gay events and you see black gay guys that dress different, or black gay guys that are doing things that are different from the rest of the cokeheads and the rest of the crystal queens in our communities, it's always the late ones hating on the great ones that have to say something trite out of their mouth, and they have to say something, "Oh, she late," or "Girl, you a mess, you a mess." No, baby, you're the mess. That's who's the mess, because you're sitting here looking at what I'm doing. Obviously, I caught your attention if you were sitting here had to wind down your window. You know what? I don't even get mad at people like that. I look deeper than that, because I'm a little bit more inquisitive than that. So I look deeper than that, and I begin to wonder, there must have been a time in your life when somebody, your mother, your father, but if they were not there because the parents probably left you with their grandmother, then there has been a time that someone didn't tell you they loved you enough. Somebody didn't tell you that they cared enough for you. So you know what? I don't get upset by situations like that, because that has to deal with your insecurity. That has to deal with your self-esteem. And in this community, my God, we have so many people with low self-esteem and insecurity. This is one hurt community. The gay community, to me, wow. I think that, wow. I mean, a revival, a retreat, something needs to be done to help the black gay community, because we are so vicious amongst ourselves. Like, and you see it all the time. A prime example for media, when Dwayne and the other black gay guy with the bald head that was on Housewives of Atlanta. First of all, they didn't even know each other, from my opinion, from on the show, how it looked. But they were commenting back and forth on each other, and the bald-headed one, he has a song out, yeah. He said that, oh yeah, Dwight was a stunt queen, and she was this and that, oh yeah, pull stunts and this and that. Baby, you don't know him. Or better, if you did know him, why do you want to portray somebody like that from your community? We already have enough going on within ourselves in the first place. Every time you go somewhere in the black case community, they think we're over-sexualized. We are. That we still, most do. Or that we out here doing drugs. It's a lot of it. I mean, when can we get it together? When? To me, it makes me so sick that I cannot go out and have a good time without 40 queens in the club constantly throwing shade and hating and saying negativity out of their mouth. If you think I look good, girl, have the heart, have the courage to say, you know what, you look nice. But you know what, you can't do that, because you're too hurt. You're too broken down. That's the problem. See, this used to be my thing. I used to go up to people all the time and say, you look real nice, you look cute. You know what they would say back to me? Thank you. Thank you. Alright, thank you. You can't even say a proper thank you. You can't even look somebody in the eye and say thank you. Thank you. That's a sad thing. One time I was in Busboys and Poets and I was eating. As soon as I walked in, these guys, of course you were dressed a little bit butch, but when these queens started giggling, oh yes, honey, they were girls. So as soon as I walked in, they decided to start giggling, laughing, and pointing at me. Baby, Obviously, you know, you want to know something that's funny that I realized? Most guys that make fun of flamboyant feminine males, they tend to have secrets. And a lot of their secrets that I tend to find out is that a lot of them tend to own women panties. A lot of them tend to want to wear high heels. A lot of them tend to want to wear wigs and stuff like that in the privacy of their own home room. Or when you're about to have sex with them, they want to, you know, try to act like women. Now, you know what? To me, that's crazy. Because you have an identity crisis. You're sick. Uh-huh. Yes, you are. Because you put on this whole little front and this whole little jabuka show. But now all of a sudden, when you pose this video, put it down, oh, now you want me to man up and you want to be the woman. Oh, okay. I get it. All right. Uh-huh. I get your drift. So, in the daytime, I have to be this, but in the nighttime, I have to be someone else. Okay, that's fine. You know what? I'm over that. And I'm over a lot of things in this community. I'm not saying all of them are like that, but trust and believe, if you ask any black gay male in this community that's doing something to better himself, he will tell you right then and there that there is a lot of shadiness in this community. People are vicious in this community, and it should not even be like that. Rarely you will find people who are genuine and who have been loved and who have been told that they were loved enough as a child, that they have good hearts. But the rest of these little tired ran down heifers, all they want to do, well, I ain't even gonna name it because it's gonna seem like I'm, you know, being bad. But my thing is, sweetie, rather than talk about me, do something with yourself. When you start doing something, when you start having your own nonprofit organization, when you start going around doing HIV and AIDS outreach, when you start putting together your own productions, when you start going out here and putting together videos and things like that, then you talk to me. Then you talk to me. But when you talk to me, don't come to me like a queen. Come to me like a man and talk to me about business moves. Talk to me about business opportunities. But you know what? You can't, queen. Because the only thing that you're worried about is getting that next bump in the club bathroom. The only thing you're worried about is getting that next quick nut in that car alley. That's all you're worried about, sweetie. Half of you broke, laid down, busted, black queens in the gay community need to honestly get it together because you're late. And I'm going to say that you're late because I think that you're late. I don't see you're doing anything productive. Now, I'm not talking about my ones that's on their grind that's doing things. I'm talking about the ones that's always sitting around, getting high, the crystal queens that's doing bumps, that think they're fair, that think they're legendary because they're in somebody's house. What? Girl? House? In a house? Yeah, I got a house. My mother and my father, and they own the house too, okay? They're the only mother and fathers I got. I don't need nobody else more problems because I have to hear their mouth enough. So you're in a house, for those of you that don't know from the straight community, a house is like a little fake little fraternity that these gay people have created, and it's kind of like, you know, we embrace each other. It was really cute like in the older days, but now it's turned into this really big old mess, but it's whatever. But to me it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's so unnecessary. We worry about things that honestly are irrelevant, that honestly have nothing to do with bettering ourselves. But for queens that do think like that they may watch this video, I'll tell you this. Somebody's gonna love you. When you get yourself right, when you start loving yourself, because no one is gonna love you until you start loving you. That's why so many men keep leaving you. That's why so many men aren't understanding you, because you don't get yourself. You know what I'm saying, girl? So if you're watching this video and getting upset, it is you, queen. It is you. And for all of my gay black males that are on their grind and understand what I'm talking about, you know how it is when we go in these clubs. You know how it is when we go out on the scene and we try to make an appearance. It's a mess. Child, please, if they didn't put a knife in your back from the literal term, they will put a knife in your back. They sure will. But it's okay, because the same ones keep talking about you're going to be the same ones in the club doing that same old dance trying to find that next hit in the bathroom. Okay. Chibooks. Bye-bye.